What do you think of the itchy finger or the itchy nose?
Oh, he's only human, isn't he? Everyone gets him wrong, but I guess if he thinks it's the right decision and he sticks with it, then fair play to him. I reckon he's only human. You can make a mistake, but I think he made the right decision in the end.
Was it nicking? Do you think it was nicking?
I was too far away to tell, but a couple of the boys said that he hit it, so probably the right call in the end.
Is it good to see that, Phil? Is it good to see an umpire go, actually, no, that's not out? Like, if you were batting, you'd like to see that?
If I was batting, I'd love to see that. But it's a good thing it didn't affect the game, is all I'm going to say, because if the game would have got a bit tighter, or maybe if they would have nicked it, it would have been, everyone would have been saying something different.
Yeah, right.
Do you think the Big Bash should have a DRS system to try and avoid these sort of situations?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. A lot of other leagues around the world have DRS, and I think with the grounds that you play at in the Big Bash and the spectacle that it is, I think that sooner or later it will need DRS. Yeah.
Seemed to be played in really good spirits in the end. There was no drama with changing his mind. You weren't upset at all.
No, it was boys sort of just you can't affect it, so why bother moaning about it? You just sort of get on with it and make the best of the situation.
And take us through your innings. Must have been pretty happy to big knock.
Yeah, it was good. It was quite a difficult service, and obviously the best time to bat was up the top with a new ball. So it was nice to get the boys off to a fly like that.
Was the goal to be so aggressive coming out?
Yeah, for sure. Some of the fields that they set to me, some of the lengths that they bowled to me, sort of suit my game plan. I just sort of took it from there. Really kept it pretty simple.
Do you feel like it was a bit of a weight off the shoulders? I guess after not really going how you want to go in the first two games.
Obviously first couple I didn't get the runs that I wanted to, but it's a long comp and there's a lot of cricket left to be played, and yeah.
So you're obviously happy with the way you're on track at the moment?
Yeah, the boys are playing well. We're winning. We're in good habits. As a unit, whenever jobs required of someone, we're putting our hands up at the minute and getting the job done. So that's really pleasing.
How do you describe Rashid Khan?
Rash, he's different, isn't he? He's a legend. He's on his own sort of planet, on his own sort of vibe most of the time. And he's a brilliant cricketer, and he's a great man to have around.
Have you ever seen someone turn a game like he's able to do, not just with the ball, but with the bat, and then even a run out as well?
Yeah, he's a hell of a cricketer. But another thing that people don't really notice, bar the batting, bowling, and fielding, is the calm that he brings to everyone else. Because when you start to feel the pinch and you see up on the board 60 something or 40 something, and Rash has got 2 or 3 overs left, it calms everyone else. So he's a hell of a cricketer to have on our side.
Do you think that run out was the turning point of the match?
For sure. Finch was in. He looked set. He just hit a 6 the over before, and he looked like he was ready to go. So definitely that was a huge part of the game. Yeah.
What have you got planned for New Year's Eve, mate? A bit of fireworks from your good self?
Yeah, I hope so. I certainly hope so. I've heard it's a great game. All I've heard is a sign for the strikers. How good New Year's Eve is. So I'm really looking forward to playing in that one.
And I'm sure you're hoping that the weather conditions hold out and that there isn't a repeat of the smoke haze that was in Canberra.
Yeah, of course not. There's no smoke set to come this way, is there?
Not at the moment, but we'll see how today pans out.
Okay, well that's good then.
The deeper you go in the tournament, could Rash be the difference? We've seen guys struggle to play against spin in the short form. He's clearly one of the best in the world. He'd be the difference maker going into the finals?
Yeah, I think any player as good as Rash can and will be the difference. We're lucky to have him, and so far he's produced the goods in this comp, like he always has.
Have you fared against him in the nets so far?
Oh, I keep it real simple to Rash in the nets. I try not to give him too much.
It's one of the better starts for a Big Bash team in recent memory, I reckon, 4-0, in terms of 4 wins. And
Yeah.
What are you doing so well, do you reckon?
I think we're just keeping it simple. Whenever something's required of one of the boys, we've been putting our hands up, and that's so important. And now we're in that winning habit. We've got to stay on top of it and stay in those good habits and keep doing the same things.
Has that been a message from Jason?
Yeah, of course. The boys are all on the same page. About what we need to do. And we've done it well. But obviously you can't lift the trophy after the first 4 games, and we know that. And we're going to keep pushing hard.
Any trends emerging, Salty? I mean, normally you see a trend throughout a tournament. Have you picked up on anything in terms of it's easier early or spins playing a factor? What have you picked up?
I think the wickets that we've played on so far have been a little bit different. We've had a really good wicket at Adelaide Oval. last night was a bit slower, and you know the outfield's different. So it's all been quite different so far, but I'm sure trends will emerge. Yeah.